welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my Asexual Life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live right now, post a new video. And don't forget this, give this video a thumbs up if you're finding content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form. We just want to give this channel some like love. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So, online asexual meetups and why they are so important. So you might have known I wasn't on here for a couple of days and you might have thought, what on earth has happened to Sandra? She doesn't usually go off and not tell us what she's doing. And so on Sunday, I had this online asexual meetup and it was just like so manic the night before on the hey Sam, lots of love to you. And so it was, oh, thanks for the thumbs up. So it was absolutely so manic the night before on the Saturday before the Sunday was a meetup. And so I was really busy. I was like literally promoting the online asexual meetup that was on Sunday. And things just got way hectic, and then I was talking to an asexual friend who's Sam's partner, and I'm really pleased for you both. And so that went on longer than I expected. And so yeah, with all that going on, it was about 5 a.m. I think, and then I was just like really busy. So it's just absolutely crazy. And then I had a mouse that was in my kitchen that I actually caught in a humane mouse trap and I had to set free. So people don't realize when you have online asexual meetups that they are very much they in theory they're easy to do, but in practice, it takes a lot of organization to hold a proper online asexual meetup. So, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it. So I email people on who subscribe to my newsletter. I post it on Asexuality on Facebook, in my groups. I private message people. And so there's a lot of back and forth conversations about joining the meetup, getting the link, getting everything prepared for the conditions. You have to be in a distraction-free environment as much as possible. Obviously, if you're doing an online asexual meetup, you're in your own home. You've got to be prepared to have privacy there and not be distracted by other people that don't understand asexuality, people that, if we want to talk about private stuff in the group, you don't want someone else's parents stood next to them, really. Do you know what I mean? It's not really appropriate as such, but it's harder because obviously people in their own homes, you can't tell them what to do, so you've got to have a great degree of trust in the people that attend the group. Now, the online asexual meetups, Sam did attend. So after on Sunday, I took the mouse for a walk in the humane mouse trap that had been in my kitchen for a couple of days and finally got them in the trap. I took them for a walk and then I got some food shopping, and then I literally ate my food. I had like 1 minute to go after I cleaned my teeth till the meetup started at 3 p.m. Now, this online meetup started later on in the day to the previous meetup, and I actually found that very useful. I found that I could get stuff done more. I found that it was just better for me having it 3 p.m. I found it was really good, and the good thing about this was a global meetup, and I felt like it was really good because people were coming from all over the globe. We had someone from United Arab Emirates, UAE. It would have been easier for me to say Vancouver, India. Some of us in the UK as well. There's quite a few of us. There was a person off Facebook, which was really nice to hear their voice. Someone off ASAP came on there. So it's really a mixture. Hello to everyone who took part in that online asexual meetup, and Sam was in fact there. So if you didn't know, by the way, Sam does have a new asexual partner, so it is incredible. So that's really good. I'm really pleased about that. So yeah, I think I might do a separate video about that one. So was lovely to meet some new people. Yeah, it was absolutely lovely to meet new people. So they are incredible. Thank you, Sam. I think I'll have to dedicate a video to how you two met to inspire others. I think it'll be good. So yeah, so with online asexual meetups, the benefits of online asexual meetups is you can speak to people all around the globe. You can feel like you're in a support network. You can feel like someone's really out there and understands you when people around you in your immediate vicinity might not. And you can feel like, that the whole world is in your at your fingertips, So with asexuals, we tend to feel cut off from people. We tend to feel like other asexuals are out of reach a lot of the time. We tend to feel isolated, sometimes a bit lonely. And it can be very difficult if we are living at home. So I'm not living at home, but there's some people that still live at home with their parents. And some people are not out about being asexual. It can be a very lonely experience, like they've got no one to talk to very much. And so when you have the opportunity of doing online meetups, especially at the moment when there's still the virus situation happening around the world at the moment, we're recording this in 2020, September 2020, and there's still, like social distancing going on. People are wary about going on buses, public transports out for in-person meetups. So I did do an in-person meetup, a small one, the week before, which Sam attended, and then I did the online asexual meetup on Sunday. And so it's just really, really good to have an online meetup. It means you can bring to life people. So I speak to quite a lot of people online, but I don't know what they're like as people on video camera. I don't know what they're like in person. So when you speak to someone in video camera, you get a lot more sense of who that person really is. You can see their body language, their mannerisms. You can feel like you're actually seeing them in person, but you just got a screen up. Oh, Ace Man, Richard Howard. Oh, hi, Richard. Lots of love to you. So Richard and Sam were both actually, thanks for the thumbs up, Richard and Sam were both actually on the online asexual meetup. And obviously I have, Sam, it has been a fabulous week and a bit. Yes, it's been amazing for Sam. And yeah, so in terms of like online asexual meetups, I finally got to meet Richard face to face on camera. So Richard's been a follower of the channel for some time now, and Richard's really come along in his own asexual journey. And the fact that I think, Richard, it's fair to say that you were shyer when you first came across my channel, but now Richard has their own podcast for asexuals. And so it just shows what can be done, and what can be done when you feel like you've got support, and what you can do when you feel like you've got other people that understand you. It makes you a lot more confident. It builds your self-esteem. It helps you feel connected to others of your own kind. So it's hugely, hugely beneficial to hold online asexual meetups, And I got to meet Richard, who I've never actually met on camera before. So it's really, really nice. Richard lives in the USA, so it was, sometimes it's hard to actually get connected to people who live globally, and they're all on different time schedules as well. So it's just amazing when you can actually connect together at one point in time. I met my friend Akhil, who's Indian, homo-romantic guy. He came on camera from India, so that was amazing. He does a lot of stuff for LGBT plus community. So that was the second time I seen him on video camera. There was Loco, who was, I'm giving some shout outs here, Loco, who was Indian guy as well, that there's a theme here that I haven't seen actually on video camera before. So that was really nice. They've been following me on Facebook and Twitter for a long time. I actually spoke to them originally for a dating app, I think it was. But they're older Indian guys, so not suitable for me romantically, but they were having really intelligent conversations. So it's really, really nice. And then Ayush is a person I've been speaking to via Asexuality originally and speaking to in email. So and then was Ivy, who was a someone who came through my newsletter. There was another Pierre de Flair, was it? There was another. It's a very interesting name, but anyway, they were in the chat. And there was someone else as well, Raymond as well. So yeah, there was a lot of people. I'm just using their first name so that you can't identify them. Obviously there's two people in chat that were there as well. So I think it's really important to know that online asexual meetups are imperative to be able to connect with other asexuals on a wider global scale. Now, obviously, in-person meetups are limited. There's only so many people you can get in your country, or if you're lucky enough to get them from abroad to come to you. So it's much better if you can start holding online asexual meetups, you can grow them, and it kind of grows your support network. It's like hanging out with your best friend and your good friends, and like hanging out with your mates, and it's like you're chilling together. And I told people they could bring like snacks, but make sure they mute their mic if they're eating and crunching. So one person brought a actual chocolate cake, another person was having like health bars and stuff like that. Sam, if asexuality is to be fully recognised, it's beneficial to connect with the worldwide ace community. Yes, that's a very good point, Sam. So Sam is saying that if asexuality is to be fully recognised, then it's beneficial to connect with the worldwide ace community. So yeah, so in other words, yeah, exactly that. If you want to have it recognised as a sexual orientation throughout the globe, you need to connect with other asexuals around the globe, so you can feel like you're part of a support network. And you can also I'm connected to my friend Akhil in India. He's doing a lot of work in India, but it's nice that we're both kind of activists. I always call myself an ambassador, rather activist. It's nice that we can connect with other people that are actually doing a lot of promotion for asexuals, as is Richard as well. It's good that we can connect together, and not just with people who are doing activism work, with people who aren't, who are like coming to terms with their asexuality, who are learning more things about asexuality, who want to connect with other people that they've never had. Like some asexuals, they've never ever met another asexual, not in person, not even online. And so it's very, very beautiful for them when they can actually hear a group of people saying some of their sexual experiences, and the fact that they're not interested in sex, they don't have that urge or desire to have sex, they don't experience sexual attraction, they don't feel that way. They feel that, they don't feel that way absolutely at all. So it's really imperative that you hold these online asexual meetups so people can feel connected to each other. They can feel like they belong somewhere, because I feel with asexuality you feel like really isolated. Sometimes you feel like you just don't belong, you feel like no one understands you, and you just feel disconnected from others of your own kind. But when you do online asexual meetups, you can then feel connected with each other. So Sam, did you want me to tell everyone your good news on this video, or did you want me to do it on another video? So yeah, Sam's got a partner. Did you want me to tell your love story on this video? I think I should do it on a nice separate video in some ways. But yeah, Sam's got a new partner, which is incredible, and they were telling us all about it on the online sexual meetup. But I think I would nice to do an extra video sometime about that. But yeah, so they're explaining how they met them and everything. So I think that's what's really beneficial, is where you go on an online asexual meetup, you can actually talk about like your success stories. And when you talk about your success stories, these can inspire other people to be positive and to be hopeful and to understand that you can meet an asexual person. So Sam is with another non-binary asexual person. They're in a relationship. They have taken years to get that person, and they are really, really, really incredibly happy. And they met through, I end up saying some of the story anyway, but I ended up finding Sam a partner through Asexuality, which is an online asexual dating site. So Sam always told me I've got to get them a partner, so I came across them, and it was really, really good, and they get on but more than worth the wait. Yeah, so Sam's very happy in love, I think. Oh, they haven't said love. I'm just saying that because I'm a romantic. I don't want to put words into your mouth. But Sam's very content and happy, put it that way. So yeah, very, very, very happy. And so it's really good. So, if you're on asexual dating sites, if you're in asexual dating groups, you can have hope that you can meet the right person, that you can meet someone suitable, another asexual person. The benefit of online asexual meetups is some of the people that do attend them, because it's not a dating meetup, it's a meetup to socialize online basically. And and the benefit of that is you can share how you met other people if you're in a relationship. There's another guy who comes on our to our asexual meetups in person, and they were on the last online one, and they're in a relationship with another asexual. So having these people who can say that they're actually with another asexual and tell their their story, you know. It's just wonderful because it gives others a lot more hope that they can find the right person to be in a relationship with, that there are other asexuals out there, and there's going to be one for you, you know. Like, asexuals are few and far between in the sense that we're 1% of the population, but that's still thousands and thousands of people. There's still loads of people globally, and also, although we're recorded 1%, there's probably more people that are asexual than realise it. So there is still a lot of hope out there that you can find the right asexual guy to be in a relationship with, or girl, or non-binary person, or any type of person. You find another asexual and you can actually find them and be suitable for a relationship, and you can just, you know, wait a long, long time and suddenly find the right one. But you don't get that unless you're proactive. You know, like, online asexual meetups about being proactive, not reactive. So you're setting the time, day and date, or talking to people. I mean, I get a lot of people come to my online meetups through private messaging them, to be honest. I got a lot of people attending that way, you know. So I'm friends with quite a lot of asexuals on Facebook, and I message them that way because, you know, it's very personable then, you know, and people tend to react better sometimes to personal messages, you know, because they know you really care about them. And, you know, obviously there's time differences, so people were giving up part of their day. Sundays or Saturday is a good day to do it. It's Sunday today, isn't it? Or it's Sunday. Oh, I said the meetup was Sunday. The meetup was Saturday, not Sunday, the online meetup. But it went on to Sunday. So it started on Saturday at 3 p.m. and went on to Sunday till nearly 1 a.m. So basically, with online asexual meetup, you can plan them, so you can just do an hour online or a set time. But with my meetups online, I do them via Skype, and Skype's got no time limit on it. So with Skype, we are able to literally have people come in and out of the online asexual meetup as well. So I think it's really beneficial, because some people, they have to go and eat, they have to go have food if they want to be on there a long time, and they might need to go and just do something, but then they've got spare time later on in the evening, so they can come back and actually still join in the chat again. And some people come in at different times as well for their home, like say their work, got some work to do or something. So I think that's really beneficial as well. Like, some asexuals, they just want an hour's meet up, that's it. But other asexuals, they miss that connection, they miss that closeness, they miss the companionship and stuff. So to actually be able to connect as a group and all share different types of stories and how asexuality is, but we don't just talk about asexuality, we were talking about stuff we've been doing since lockdown, and, you know, how life has been in general. And but it was quite a bit of focus on relationships and when people found out they were asexual and how that affected them, and, you know, and good things about being asexual. Sam, well, I left and returned as did others. Yeah, so I stayed on there all the time, pretty much. Well, I stayed on there, and then I kind of it froze. So I was just with one person, and I phoned back, and it phoned the whole group actually. So that's how Richard ended up coming back on the video, and it did call Sam, but Sam did get a bit woken up by it. So I didn't realise. I know it's my fault, because I should have known that with a group. But I thought, if I was calling, if one person, the last person in the call, would just automatically be called for some reason. I didn't really think about it, I guess, because I'm so used to doing just one-to-one chats. So me and one of the guys decided to just go and talk one-to-one. And then when they were just about to go, Rich is back in the main group, so I switched back to the main group. It's all good. Yeah. So I think coming on late as well does give another person opportunity that might not have had it, because last time I did an online asexual meetup, I did a long meetup then as well, longer, and some people, they just they had to go away, do something, and come back again. So I think, you know, it can be beneficial. Some people just, they do want 2 or 3 hours because they want to feel like they're part of a community. They want to talk. They want to spend some of their afternoon talking to people of their own kind, you know, because it's still kind of rarity. It's very, very difficult to find someone in your city, particularly, who's asexual and who you get on with and can meet up with. Maybe you're lucky enough to find someone, or maybe you're lucky enough to find just a few people. But if you're not, online meetups are so beneficial, because it's giving you opportunity to connect with people of your own kind that otherwise you wouldn't have. You know, one of the asexuals I've been talking to for quite a while in email. It's just really nice to see their face, you know. And so you know, it can be hugely beneficial. And I think, you know, just like chilling out together can be good, you know, like I think it's nice to chill out without pressure of, you know, like having to like be strict on what you talk about. So with some online asexual meetups, you get some that are very specifically, they're geared towards discussing asexuality in certain topics, and that's all it's focused on. So it's more like an educational experience, which are great. They're valid in and of their own right. But then you can do something like the meetup that I did, and it was a social thing. So it's all about like listening to each other talk and like chatting, like different people chatting. You can, some people just did voice call, some people, you know, like just was observers and had their phone on had their microphone on mute. So when you do an asexual meetup, if you have never attended one before, you can actually, depends on what the platform you use, but when you use Skype, people can log in and automatically go straight to audio without having to like turn their video camera on, and therefore that they could you know, they can, you know, like when they join the call, they can kind of like quickly put it on audio call, you know, and so they can join it by audio so they don't have to show their face, because some asexuals, they are introverted or they're shy, they haven't got much experience of talking on camera, so it can be really uncomfortable. So, you know, the fact that you've got options on Skype, for example, to do audio call, and you can also text as well in the box, this all, you know, it fulfills every criteria, you know, video, voice and texting. So I think, you know, that's a benefit. It's very interactive experience. And, you know, some asexuals already said to me, like a couple of them, like, when's the next one? Like, want to come back? Like, you know, I'm having another one next weekend, and at the moment I've got so much work to do. So it's like, because of all the actual prep that goes into an online asexual meetup, you know, the places I've got to promote it, people I've got to email about it, people I've got to speak to in private message. Some people, like there was one person who wasn't able to come at the last minute, and another person was able to come who didn't know if they could. So I'm constantly like going backwards and forwards messaging, so it takes a lot of time up, but it's very, very well worth the effort, you know, because just to be with people of your own kind feels so amazing, so incredible. And you kind of like all hanging out together, and you're like, if you're from different cultures and different countries as well, it's kind of nice because people have different insight and things, so you can learn a lot, you know, about different cultures and different ways of doing things. Two of the people on my online meetup knew each other, and I didn't know they know each other. I'm like, oh, hi. So they know each other from WhatsApp, but I didn't know they knew each other. So that was really really interesting and incredible. So I think it's always very special when you give your time of day to people, when you spend a couple of hours with them, whether you spend like a day with them. I got someone on ASAP the other day. Hello to the person on ASAP who watches my channel. And they said that they thanked me for my time, because they said you must have like loads of people all around the globe that are like fighting for your attention, that are messaging you all the time. And, you know, I just thank you for giving up a bit of your time each day to like message me back about my thoughts and feelings. And so you know, I thought that was really nice. It's really nice to be appreciated, you know. And I think when any asexual gives up a portion of their day and says, hey, I'm spending this time with some other asexuals, you know, people that they may not know that well at all, I just think there's something about that gesture that just makes it feel wonderful. You know, you feel like you're kind of really special, that that person's given up some of their day for you. And even though that it's not been like an in-person meetup, they're still taken as seriously as if it was an in-person meetup. And so I just feel that it's very, you know, it's good for camaraderie, good for building friendships and stuff. Yeah, because online asexual meetups, you might meet someone on an online meetup and become friends with them offline. Like, you know, you might find their Skype address, message them privately on Skype, become friends with them like that, or add, you know, while they're actually in the chat, they might say, add me on WhatsApp, which happened, or add me here. And so you can actually make friendships online. So if you are stuck at home right now, you're thinking, I can't get out to asexual meetups, I don't have the money, I can't travel, whatever reason it is for you, I'm too introverted, too shy, then you can actually go on asexual online meetups, and you can start making friends within those meetups of some of the people on there, right? And so that's another way of like actually making friends. So you can never know, you might find a potential partner or actual partner on an online meetup. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, you could just hit it off with them on the online meetup. and you know, you could just think they're very beautiful and gorgeous and stunning, and like you'd love a relationship with them. Do you know what I mean? That might be personality, that might be looks, but when you talk to someone video camera, you can get a lot better idea of how they actually are in person than just through messaging. That's the power of video chat. And also there's, like I said, there's a couple of people who did audio, and you can, you know, you hear their voice, and it's just wonderful to connect. It makes you feel good inside, it makes you feel very warm, it makes you feel like so special, like I said, that they've taken time out of their day to just do that for you, you know. So you can use them like meetups to socialize, you can use them to arrange a specific event together if you're going to go somewhere together, like a trip or something. You could arrange it as an educational thing, or you could arrange it as a social gathering like we did. And I will be doing more online asexual meetups, because I just think it's so wonderful to connect with people that you otherwise wouldn't be able to connect with normally. You can see them and talk to them, and you just feel like you're in their life, and it's really nice, you know, like getting different perspectives and coming across people, you know, they all got different backgrounds as to how they found out they're asexual. And I just think it's very, very beautiful. So if you're thinking about arranging an online asexual meetup, you're thinking about coming to one, please, please, please do go to one. You know, like I'll be having another one, and anywhere, anyone around the globe can come to it. And that for me is a huge benefit, because I love holding in-person meetups, but I can't, like, I've got friends in like online that are like all over, spread everywhere. And so to be able to get them all in one place as much as possible, as well as meeting other new faces and my best friend and other good friends, then it's all kind of nice. It's like nice to have all your friends together and new people, and you know, learn from each other's experience and just feel like really kind of warm and fuzzy inside. I think it makes me feel great. And I love personally doing like meetups that go on longer than an hour, but you know, an hour is quite sufficient. Some people have less time, some people have more. It depends what the conversation is, because different people have different likes and dislikes and preferences for what type of topics to talk about. So some topics might bore you through one bit of it, and then they might excite you through another bit. You know, some topics might not be your thing, other topics are. So I think it's good to have diversity. I think it's good to learn from other people's experiences. I think it's good to just chat and hang out, especially at a time at the moment when, you know, a lot of people are still social isolating. And when people are social isolating, you know, it can just be difficult. You can feel cut off from the world and very distant and like quite upset, and you know, and it can not be nice experience. So I think, you know, connecting with others just lights your life up. It lights my life up, and I feel so blessed and thankful that Sam was there and Richard was there, and it's just wonderful, you know. So I'd highly recommend it, and I had an amazing time. I absolutely loved meeting people. There was a guy on there that was very beautiful. I did like romantically, if I'm honest. Very, very aesthetically beautiful. And so yeah, that was like, wow, they look better than in their picture. So I've been told that about me though, that I look prettier in real life than in my picture. So I think it's nice. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's incredible. Because I have high aesthetic attraction. So for me, when I'm looking at because I'm only attracted to guys, when I'm looking at guys and I see them on video camera, like, and they're really beautiful, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Do you know what I mean? And so it's more powerful for me as well. So I think it's really good. I think you can connect emotionally more with asexuals as well through video chat. There's a lot more feeling for me, like going backwards and forwards with the eye contact, body language, seeing people in their own home environment as well. I just think you can get a good gist more of what they're really like as a person as well. And if you love people's personalities, you can get to know people's personalities a lot more through video chat. So yeah, so if you're thinking about holding one or arranging one, I'd highly recommend it. And yeah, I think that's all for tonight for now. I can think of some other videos I need to do. Megan, oh hello, I was just about to say I think that's all for tonight, but Megan turned up now, so I don't know whether or not to continue. I got a thumbs up. I got to carry on now, haven't I? So I was going to leave it for another video to do the full lowdown, but Megan, in case you didn't know already, Sam has now got a partner. So I was going to leave telling the whole story to another time, but I would highly recommend, obviously, online, because we're talking about online asexual meetups as a way of making a potential partner, a meeting one, which you probably haven't thought about. Megan, alrighty, I can watch the video back. All right, okay. But yeah, Sam basically has got a partner now, which is why I wanted to let you know. And they met. I saw them on Asexuality. I'll tell the story now. Saw them on Asexuality, and they wrote a description that was very, very similar to Sam, just a different. They were asking for a different age group, and so I said that my friend Sam lives near you, to this person on Asexuality, and but that age is not what you were looking for. But you know, and I told about holding asexual meetups as well, so I did mention that if they ever want to join. And I gave them my email, and then they emailed me, and they were interested in knowing Sam, and then they connected through Facebook. They sent me a long email, connected with me on Facebook first, and then I introduced Sam to them via Facebook, and they looked at Sam's profile, and they were messaging and been together ever since. So yeah, so Sam, who's in the chat, who's my best friend, has now got a asexual life partner, and they're amazing together. They're both non-binary, so if anyone's watching this and you know that you're a little bit worried or apprehensive that you're not going to find someone, then you know there is hope. Don't give up. Megan, oh, that's really sweet. Happy for you, Sam. Yeah, I'm so happy for Sam. Like, Sam and their partner is so well suited. Like, whenever because Alex, the person who's Sam's partner, they messaged me as a friend because they want to be my friend as well, which is really lovely. So they got Sam as their partner and they want me as their friend, which is very sweet. I feel very included in that dynamic, and it's important because obviously me and Sam have been best friends for a long time, but their partner wants to get to know me as a friend, and I think that's something that's very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. You know, I feel very included in their dynamic, in a friend way, not getting in the way, if you know what I mean. A good friend to their partner, hopefully. You know, I obviously don't know them as well, but best friends with Sam. But the dynamic of the fact that their new partner wants me to be friends with them as well is really nice. I think it's very beautiful. And so Sam's got a beautiful partner, and the fact they want to be friends with me is really good. And so it's very nice because Sam's got their new partner, and there's total acceptance between me and their new partner, with Sam being my best friend, if you know what I mean. So, because obviously when someone comes into someone's life who's new, they not necessarily get on with their friends, but getting on with me as Sam's best friend is incredible. And I think that really helps Sam as well, because it's easy because me and their partner both get on. So I think that's really good. So I'm so proud of Sam for finally getting a partner and sticking it out over the years for the right one, you know. And so although Sam didn't meet their partner through an online asexual meetup, they did meet their partner through an online asexual dating site, Asexuality. And it's something I get asked all the time, like, you know, like I see in forums and on my own forum thread on there, like, does anyone ever meet anyone on this site? Is it ever successful? But there's proof that it is successful, you know. And you know, to have two non-binary people who are very, very similar on a lot of stuff is just incredible. You know, Sam's waited for a very long time, and they deserve to be happy, and they deserve this relationship, you know, and it's really wonderful. I'm very happy for both of them, because whenever they message me, they're both saying pretty much the same things about each other, and so that's how I know they're very, very compatible. So a huge dating and relationship tip, which I'm going kind of off the topic like I usually do, is like, you know, if you've got two people that speak very similar about each other and practically say the same language and the same words, you can know that it's a good, healthy relationship because they're both feeling exactly the same way about each other. Like, literally, I know that's why they're so good together, probably soulmates, is because they're nearly mirror images of each other in some of the words they're saying to me about each other. That's how I know they're such good partners together already. When two people are using the same language, they're talking the same way. Nick, finding someone online is totally possible. Very happy for you, Sam. Oh, it's nice to see you, Nick. Yeah. So yeah, so it's very, very nice to see you. So it's very important that we know that it is possible, you know. Like Sam's waited a long time for the right person to come along. I think has it been 8 years, Sam? Was it 2012? Or has it been longer than that? It's been a very long number of years for Sam. And so, yeah, so it's been really worth it though, because they've got the asexual person of their dreams, and I think it's, like being asexual and non-binary and having the same relationship needs and interests and goals and things, is difficult to find, but it's not impossible, And so I'd say to anyone watching, don't give up, but it requires people to be proactive. Nick, I feel that. My last relationship was over 5 years ago. Oh, bless you. Yeah, my last long-term relationship was 2011. I've had a guy I was with for like 3 weeks last year who wasn't asexual, wasn't the right guy for me. And I've had like dated a couple of sexual guys. Well, the guy last year was sexual, so it doesn't really work. I need an asexual guy for me, to be perfectly honest with you. But it is hard, because I love kissing, I love holding hands, being in a romantic relationship. So yeah, but yes, but it's nice to see you. So yeah, so I think it's really good that Sam's finally got a relationship, and it just proves that you can actually find another asexual person. It takes a long time, but I get like loads of people even in my own asexual dating group saying, there's no one, nothing's happening, but you have to be proactive all the time. Like the person who's with Sam now, they would definitely want a relationship. They're on Asexuality saying, this is where I live. I'm looking for a relationship. I also want someone near me. This is the type of relationship I'm looking for. Is there anyone out there that would fit? And that's how you have to be crystal clear on what you want. Because if you're not crystal clear on what you want in a relationship, then you won't get the person that's meant to be with you, because you'll have all this mucky water as it is going on. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be very, very crystal clear on what you want. Like some people are like, oh, open the doors wide to anyone, everyone, because you got more chance. You don't have more chance. You have more chance of getting the wrong person that way, because you're letting in people who are just totally unsuitable for you. You're much better off honing down exactly the criteria of the type of person you're looking for in a relationship. What they look like, their job, their hobbies, their interests, like in terms of physicalities, what you like, what you don't like, all this type of thing, and have an idea mapped out. You're never going to get a perfect person that fits every single bit of that criteria, but you're going to get someone like nearer to it if you actually be laser focused. Megan, being with another asexual is also a good feeling because you both can relate and share similar struggles. Megan, well, in terms of how people view us, yes. I personally don't think I could be with another sexual person. Like I've been with sexuals in the past, and it just doesn't work for me, because I can talk about sex. I don't care if people enjoy sex, but I don't want to be involved in it. It's just something I can't ever see me doing ever again. I don't like it. I don't need it. I don't really want it. I'll be trying to force myself to do it, really. And that's not really, you shouldn't be trying to force yourself to do anything. For me, I really need an asexual guy. I need someone who can kiss loads without it ever leading to sex, and just spending a lot of time together and have intelligent conversations, romantic conversations, watch movies together, talk about intellectual stuff, talk about hobbies, interests, keep in touch and everything like that, when you're not together. And I just feel with the sexual, I just couldn't trust them. I would always be worried that they were off with someone, want to go off with someone else, have sex with someone else. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I know it's possible sometimes, but in my personal experience, I get highly sexual guys attracted to me all the time. It just wouldn't work. I just want to have a guy who I can trust, who'll be my bestest romantic friend, and who are, will be deeply committed to me, and like not cheat even in an emotional way, or flirty way with other people. Because some asexuals, they can still cheat emotionally and they can still flirt. There's this big thing, like myth that, oh, no asexuals can cheat because they're not having sex. And it's like, well, obviously some asexuals still have sex, but that's what they think. And like some asexuals, they can still have emotional affairs. They can get so emotionally attached to someone else more than the person they're actually in a relationship with, or just like, do you know what I mean? Like in a way that means they have a deeper connection with someone than the person they're in the relationship with. And it's just like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like not quite right. It's like they're not with the right partner. They should be with the person they're deeply emotionally connected to. But I've met some asexual guys and they just flirt with loads of women. I mean, they're there chatting 3 women up at once, you know, with a view to like basically online dating all of them. You know, I had a guy that was actually in a relationship chatting me up. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm chatting to other women too. And it's just like, well, it's, you know, I don't expect it from sexual, so I would like it from asexual. Sex or not, it's still cheating. You know what I mean? Like they had a girl, this one guy, he just had a girlfriend. And I didn't realise that till I'd been talking to him for a while. And he was chatting me up and interested in a relationship with me. And then he said, oh yeah, I'm chatting to another woman as well. And I'm just like, it's crazy. He was meant to be monogamous as well. So yeah, I think, you know, like if you are doing online stuff, you know, like I like the fact, Nick, that would be devastating. Yeah, Nick, it really is. I totally agree with you. You know, I need a guy I can trust, because I like going clubbing. Like I like going clubbing, and when I'm single, like I am at the moment, like obviously I haven't been clubbing for some time because of lockdown and socialization. But when I go clubbing, I do allow myself to kiss guys because I'm not in a relationship and I miss kissing so much. And I don't want to get the wrong guy just to satisfy my kissing needs, get in a relationship with the wrong guy just because I need kissing. So that's why I decided to allow myself to kiss outside relationships since November last year. But they are sexual guys that kiss, and I don't really have so much attachment to sexual guys anymore. I can be detached from them and just go to a club, kiss them, and go home and not worry about it, because they don't really talk to me. They're just into physical stuff. And so, you know, but in an actual relationship, I would like to have a guy who I was in a relationship with go clubbing. Obviously, I wouldn't be kissing other guys then. And you know, I'd expect and want him to be like, you know, if he came clubbing with me, trustworthy enough to not go and start dancing and be all over other women. Just because he's asexual doesn't mean to say he wouldn't do that. You know, unless he's got strong boundaries in place and know what he wants. And, you know, one of the worst type of asexuals you can ever get into a sort of relationship is someone who has no boundaries, or they lack confidence and self-esteem. Because if you get with someone like that, like in my experience with a guy particularly, what happens is that they've got low confidence, low self-esteem, and so any little bit of attention a woman gives them, they just lap it up. They like can't do without it. It's like a drug. It's like feed the drug, because I'm feeling so miserable about myself and feel I'm unlovable. No one cares about me. No one wants me. It like becomes a drug. And so therefore they have to get their fix. So therefore that's how they can stray to other women, because they're not used to attention. I'm used to turning guys down. I have guys all the time, week after week, interested in me, usually private messaging me. And like, you know, like all the time, it's like, but I'm not interested, you know, I'm not interested in a single person, let alone when I'm interested in someone in a relationship, you know. It's like, obviously I'm interested in guys that I'm interested in for a relationship, if I'm potential relationship, if they fit my criteria, because I'm single. But there's a lot of guys that I'm just like, no, because I know they're after sex. So thanks for the thumbs up. So, you know, you've got to understand that it's best, if you get into a relationship, to get with some person, in my case a guy, who's got some confidence about them, knows exactly what they want, knows what type of person they want it with, knows what type of relationship they want, knows, you know, like they're boundary driven. I want to be able to go with an asexual guy into a nightclub, and if I go to the toilet, because I have to go to the toilet a lot, they go to the toilet, I come back and he's like waiting for me to come out the toilet and start dancing with me again. Not that he's off dancing with other women, which it's kind of like, obviously if he's single, I don't care. If I'm going to a club with a friend and he's single and I'm single, and if he dances with some women, then I mean, obviously if you go as a friend, it's quite nice if they dance with you, because it's kind of like, but if you know you're going there and you know you're both single and might want to dance with other people because you might want to get a date or whatever, then I'm okay with that if they're just my friend. But if I'm really on a date with them myself and I'm interested in a relationship with them, then going and dancing with other women, or I'm actually in a relationship with them, not just thinking about a relationship, being in a relationship with them, then I wouldn't want them going dancing with other women. I'd feel that was really bad. But a lot of the guys that have low self-esteem, low confidence issues, they're not used to any attention from women, so will literally latch on to that type of attention, and that's how they can emotionally cheat. And obviously they could kissing cheat as well. So I think it's very important to know that. It's very important to know that to look for these things in a person. Like, so far I haven't really been able to be with an asexual romantic guy in a romantic way and actually be able to trust them. Obviously I haven't really been out with asexuals. I mean, I've been out with 2 asexuals clubbing. One's my best friend Sam. Obviously there's no romance between me and Sam, and there was another guy who was dancing with us, and there was this woman who came up to me who fancied me, and she wasn't even interested in them. It was really funny. She fancied me, was said a funny comment to me about me looking good or something, and she completely ignored Sam and the guy that was there at the time and just walked off. I thought that was quite hilarious. Even though I'm not attracted to women, I thought that was very hilarious. Because the club I go to, usually it's got gay people there, it's got lesbians and straight people, and obviously asexual me as well. So it's nice. It's got different genders attracted to each other, same genders attracted to each other, LGBT plus people attracted to each other, kissing each other. You know, lesbians can kiss there, gays can kiss there openly, you know, and everyone's kind of like, unless it gets out of hand sexually, because there was 2 guys once who were just like so sexual, it was getting a bit dangerous. They were like, one was ramping up against the other guy against the wall. It was a bit much, you know, and I don't think that's because they were the same gender. I think a lot of it was because of the way it was a bit aggressive, I think. So that was the only thing I found was a little bit difficult. But there was like 2 lesbians snogging for hours on the dance floor, couple. So do you know what I mean? I need to be able to have a guy that I can go out clubbing with I'm going to be able to trust them around other women, because other women aren't innocent. Megan, Nick and I got to get going now, starting a game night in our Ace server, but we will come back another time. Yeah, that's great, because Megan and Nick are together as well, aren't you? So I think it's really nice. You're a good couple. And anyway, I think I'll end it there, because obviously Sam's in a relationship now, Asexuals together, and Nick and Megan are together, and everything's amazing. So anyway, so definitely give online asexual meetups a try. And yeah, see you soon, Megan, and lots of love. Embrace your quirky and each other's, everyone. Thank you, Sam, Ace Man, Richard, Nick, and Megan. Sam, I just came back laugh out loud, and now you're going. Well, I can stay on here longer if you want, but I think it's time to go, because we'll end on a good note with Nick and Megan have found each other. Sam's found their partner, and everyone else can search for the love of their life, or you can be single if you're aromantic and never want a relationship in your life and be happy being single. There is a lot said for being single and enjoying your single life. I still enjoy my single life, believe me. Anyway, take care. Lots of love to all of you. Take care. Bye, Megan. Bye, Nick. Bye, Sam. And bye, Ace Man, Richard Howard. Lots of love to you all. Take care. Embrace your quirky and each other's. Bye.